Bombing, episode 84.
Oh, dude. I want to wear sunglasses everywhere, dude.
I know.
It's like a shield against the outer world.
It is.
They can't see your true intentions.
No, they can't. It is like a cheat code for real.
Guys, welcome to the Hangover cast. This is actually episode probably 4 of the Hangover cast. We haven't done a lot of these.
Look, we don't get hungover that often.
No.
But when it happens, of course, it's on a podcast day.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that you're disappointed that there was no really cool intro music, but that's because this is a special edition of the podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
We got a lot of hot topics to get to in this episode, for real. This episode is going to be jam-packed with a lot of big moments in our comedy careers.
Yeah.
Got a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks we've had guests, so we haven't really been able to sit down one-on-one, but a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks, hasn't it?
A lot. It feels weird being in the booth, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
We haven't been in the booth for, 3 weeks now or something?
Yep.
It's been nuts, but it's good to be back in the studio. So much has happened that we've sort of had to just put off talking about because the last 2 podcasts were with guests, and we wanted to focus on them and get their stuff out there. But that's okay, because that just led to this episode 84.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good shit to talk about in this one.
84 in a row, dude.
That's it, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's start at the beginning, all right?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Back to the beginning.
What's that even from?
Princess Bride.
Which part?
Fezzik, I think.
No, it's Inigo Montoya.
Yeah.
He's hammered at a tavern.
Oh, that's right.
And Fezzik is dunking his head, and then, so once he finally sobers up, he goes, "I have to go back to the beginning."
That's right. That's right.
I use that phrase so often, and I blank on where it's from.
The 2 barrels.
Yeah, the hot water, the cold water.
Enough.
Yeah, he's just doing like a Sonic cold dip, just
Yeah.
back in medieval times.
Yeah, just 2 barrels. Good. Fezzik is a ride or die, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's an OG.
Yeah, every friend group needs a Fezzik.
Yeah. Fezzik, he is getting away from us, please.
Fezzik, please! Please!
Dude, that's cry for help.
Yeah. Please! His whole life rides on this door getting down.
Yeah.
And then Fezzik comes up like an OG and just goes, BAM!
Yeah. Fezzik, please.
He is getting away from us!
Fucking great movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times we talked about that movie on this podcast.
Oh, I'm sure it's been 84 times in a row now.
Yeah, but we bring it up at any chance we can. It's just the greatest movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
Princess Bride, folks, if you haven't seen it. All right.
Oh, yeah, back to the beginning.
That's right.
What were we talking about?
Back to the beginning. This was a few weeks ago, and we touched on it on our last 2 podcasts that we had with guests, but we never really got into it, dude. We have now both been paid for doing stand-up comedy.
Yes.
For our first paid gigs. Yours, you got paid. A week later, I got paid.
Yep. It's the first time that I went on stage and told fucking bullshit, shit, and piss jokes, and then someone was like, "Okay, here's money.
Mm-hmm.
Here's go buy thing coupons.
Yeah.
You go do that." Which
That's huge.
seems insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Because my whole life it was like you had to dig a ditch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or like
mow a lawn.
Yeah, or fuel a fucking airplane just to get money. And
Yeah.
for the first time, someone was like, "Those were funny. Here you go."
Yeah. For something that you enjoyed doing.
Mm-hmm.
Not only would I have done it for free, I do it nightly and pay to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the opposite. We pay for stage time, but this time we were paid for stage time.
Yeah.
That's huge, man.
It's a milestone for sure.
It is.
Hey, I have my first comedy dollar framed.
You should get it. You should show it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Little show and tell.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. All right, class. Welcome to Show and Tell.
Mm-hmm.
On this week's edition of Show and Tell, I have my first comedy dollar. Look
That's
at
huge.
that. Look at that, baby.
That's huge.
That's a genuine Washington right there.
Uh-huh.
What is it? A 2009 series?
Nice.
Right after the financial collapse?
Yeah, that's when they were good.
That's when they were valuable.
Yeah.
When no one had anything.
Yeah, that's just going to depreciate sitting in there.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
First comedy dollar. Yeah, look
That's
at that.
tight. That's tight. Dude, that's big, man.
It is huge, and I always do that thing. That's not staying there, by the way. But I always do this thing where like anytime something big happens, I always go, yeah.
Yeah.
Like anytime like I accomplish something genuinely like cool, that other people will come to me and be like, hey, that's huge, man. Like I had friends call me, afterwards because I sent it in the group chat, and they were like, that's big.
Yeah, it is big.
Congratulations. I always do this thing where I'm just like, yeah, dude, whatever.
Yeah.
But like it's I have to like sit alone and go like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's tight.
Good job, me.
Good job, me. Yeah.
Good job, me.
Yeah.
That is big, though. I do wish that they handed us actual cash. It was a Venmo.
Yeah, it was a Venmo.
It was a Venmo.
That was just $1 I had in my pocket at the time that I just picked. I was like, this is the one.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
It's good, though. Yeah, $7.50.
I got 15.
Yeah. You had a bigger audience there.
Mm-hmm. That's a whole pack of cigarettes in California.
It is. But what's mine? A tank of gas? Or a gallon of gas?
A gallon of gas? Yeah, $7.50. That's about a gallon of gas.
Yeah. That's pretty nuts, though. $7.50.
When you frame yours, you should put the 2 quarters in there as well. You do like a 5
and
two,
a $2 bill.
2 ones. Yeah.
A $2 bill and fucking 2 quarters. Or just a bunch of pennies.
A frame full of pennies.
Yeah.
You should put your first your first comedy dollar, instead of like a nice frame, it's just like a Ziploc bag, and it's just a bunch of coins.
And then just nail it to the wall.
Yeah. It's very unceremonious.
It's not all pretty like this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wanted to do something like this, but then there would just be 2 of those, and I was like, that's just for both of us. I get a win. I get to enjoy this as if it was mine as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's big, dude. Seriously. The first of many, hopefully. And hopefully the amount goes up through time.
Actually, big announcement. I just got a paid gig booked again.
Did you? Where?
Yep. Back at Comedy Boulevard.
Hell
Same
yeah.
place as the first one. I'll be going up on the 29th. If you're in LA, come see me. September 29th.
I'll be there, folks.
Yep.
Maybe we can get some of the bomb squad out there.
The bomb squad, yeah.
Some bombardiers out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, it's cool. Things are finally starting to kind of move and churn.
Yeah.
And we kind of touched on this like the last 2 podcasts with guests, I think, but like I still don't know how the business of comedy works. Mm-hmm. But like we keep doing the same thing, and like opportunities keep coming, and
we keep noticing them and taking them.
Yeah, but things just keep improving. So it's like I don't know like where this is headed, but I'll keep doing this because good things keep coming our way.
Yeah.
So.
And all I know to do is be as funny as possible every time I'm on a stage. That's all you can do.
Yeah, it's the only thing you have control over.
Yeah. And be nice to people, obviously.
Yeah, don't be a dick. But it's not hard to not be a dick.
No, that's easy. Don't be a douchebag, and show up with a good attitude, on time, with good material, and then just all this stuff keeps happening, and people reach out, and we make friends, and they come on our podcast, and we go on theirs, and we get a gig. We get a paid gig.
Mm-hmm. A big part of it too is just be reliable.
Yeah, very big.
That's a big thing in like the stand-up community is reliability.
Probably equally as important as being funny.
Just be dependable. Like you want to be the guy like if a booker is in like someone drops out last minute, like who can I, you want to be one of those guys on that list where it's like he can fill in, no problems, no issue.
Yeah.
He just says yes, shows up, is funny, leaves.
Mm-hmm. Always can count on you. And you're funny.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it helps if you're funny.
Oh, it helps a lot if you're funny. But 84 weeks to a paid gig. Well, we've been doing this 3 years now, I'd say. Yeah. I really started when we moved to LA, and then just that weird 7 months in Nashville where we started. I just take the whole government locking down the country out.
Yeah, I swap it out.
Yeah.
We started in 2020.
Yeah. I just splice them together like a fucking clip.
Mm-hmm.
And it's... Yeah, so I'd say 3 years, right?
Yeah, we're 3 years in now.
And
3 years of doing stand-up.
That's pretty nuts.
That's fucking crazy.
And I've noticed like the change, like just the difference. You just start to learn all these little things, and it takes so long.
The comedy train is so slow.
Yeah,
it's the slowest moving thing there is.
Mm-hmm.
You're learning 5 minutes at a time. like, but on a weekly, monthly basis.
Mm-hmm. And you can only practice on stage.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really practice in your living room pacing. I mean, I guess you could do the best you can to get prepared, but you really only, like, the clock starts when you're on stage, and then when you get off, the clock stops.
Mm-hmm.
And then so it's like, how many 5 minutes do we have?
Yeah,
you know?
you have a whole day. You go to the gym, you spend a day at work, you
Yeah.
go home, you shower, you get ready.
And the comedy clock is stopped. It's
yeah,
paused.
yeah, and then you drive to the open mic, and then you get on stage, and they go,
Click.
5 minutes, and
Yeah.
then they click it once you get off.
Yeah.
And then say you do like a mic or 2 more mics that night, you got 15 minutes. Congratulations. That's a whole 24 hours.
Yeah.
You got 15 minutes of practice.
Yeah. No, that is weird, because, like, we've been in comedy seriously for 3 years.
Yeah.
But how many minutes have we done?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have an answer. But
I have almost all my sets recorded. I'm sure I could go back and count. But
yeah, we're like, as far as stand up goes, like comedy, like, we're probably like maybe 3 months. 3 months of actual stage time.
I think so.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just guessing. I'm just throwing shit out there.
I literally have no idea.
But it's interesting like that, like, because when you're not on stage, you're not gaining fucking experience.
The best you can do is like writing. But
Yeah.
but even then, it's just you and a piece of paper going like, I think this is funny.
Yeah.
And you don't find out if it is until you do it fucking 50 times.
Yeah.
Sometimes once.
No.
Sometimes you have an idea and one time you're like, all right, no,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that one.
I can't believe I thought that was funny.
Yeah, scribble it out real quick.
Yeah, anyways, what else I got?
Yeah. I've done bits once before.
Uh-huh.
And then never again.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's weird. I'd love to know that statistic. I just think it's impossible to like calculate, but it's just part of that, like getting in your 10,000 hours. It's just
Yeah.
slaving away at it.
Yeah.
This is the most basic comedy podcast topic of all time.
Yeah.
But it feels cool because we're like in the middle of it.
Yeah, because we're literally in it right now, talking about it,
Mhm.
living it, which I think is interesting. Yeah, we've been doing it for 3 years, but we don't have 3 years of stage time.
No.
You know?
No. But I don't think like your like career in comedy is measured in stage time. I think it's just, you know, how long have you been doing it?
Yeah.
Because you you run into some people and they'll be like, yeah, I do stand up. It's like, this is an old like Rogan kind of quote. He's like, when's the last time you did? Oh, I went up on stage like 4 months ago. It's like, you haven't been doing stand
Yeah,
up.
you're not in.
The answer needs to be like last night, and I'm going. I have 2 sets tonight.
Mhm. Yeah, you're not in stand up.
Yeah.
You've done the stand up. We're in it though. We're hitting fucking so many mics. And anytime I say that, I go, my next thought is, but I could do better.
Yeah.
We could do fucking more mics.
Yeah.
But
We've started doing 2 sets at the same open mic
Yeah.
that we didn't used to do, and part of that was just because like we only had 5 minutes to run, and now I could do like 3 spots back to back of like 3 different 5 minutes of material.
yeah, I used to not like doing that, doing multiple sets, back to back at the same location. And only a few people left, and a couple people came back in. It's mostly the same crowd.
Because you almost feel bad for making them sit through that again, but once you if you have an entirely different set, it's even if it's the same folks there, even if only like 5 leave and 5 come in, it's an entirely new set.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice, and you can get more in rather than, shooting across town.
And waiting an hour, yeah, it's more economical.
It is.
It's kind of been cool to see like how our open mic schedule has shifted. The better we've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's different now. We used to like zip around town and do like 3 different mics at different spots, and now we can kind of do like 2 here, bump somewhere else, or
Yeah.
like if it was like a long day at work or something, just like 2 at one spot, right
Yeah.
back home, shower, sleep, next day.
Yeah, just bust out two quick mics.
Mm-hmm.
It is. That is better. But yeah, dude, we are officially paid. We have been paid to do stand up, which I think that means we're now professional.
Technically, we're professionals.
I think so. Now, some could argue, but fuck them.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
I am officially a professional comedian. I have been paid for my service, which is huge. After 3 years of paying for stage time. To get a little of that back. Giant.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
For those of you that aren't kind of familiar with like the way the LA open mic scene works, at most open mics, you sign up on Slotted, and it's $5 for 5 minutes, or you can pay like $10 for 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
There are some free mics around town, but most of the time you're like just paying to go on.
Yeah.
Just because that's what keeps like whatever the open mic place is in business. So to have that reverse and like actually go on for free and then get paid, it's a huge turnaround.
It's crazy.
Even if it's just $15.
Yeah. It's nuts, man. And I mean, that's a huge milestone in the career. That's the last I'll say about it. Super proud of us. Proud of you, seriously.
Hey.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'm proud of us. And yeah, that's great, man.
Hey. I'm proud of you too.
Oh, okay, thanks.
I'm very proud of you.
Oh, now I'm uncomfortable.
I do that same thing. Anytime anyone's like, hey, genuinely,
yeah.
Hey, good for you. I go, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. I freeze. Here, let me put this up real quick.
Quickly, make a joke.
Yeah, I always gotta like deflect it. Hey, seriously. I'm proud of you. Stop it.
Okay, what's the joke here?
Yeah. Hey, you're not being funny. I don't understand it.
What was first, my potluck or my fourth wall show? I think potluck was first.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, potluck.
2 weeks does not sound like a long amount of time, but like I had to think about that.
Yeah. No, like a lot's happened.
So much has happened.
A lot has happened.
Yeah.
Another thing, big news this week that happened was I got called for the Comedy Store potluck.
Mm-hmm.
This is my third time getting called.
Which is a huge deal. I feel like every time we bring up potluck, I think we need to put some emphasis on it.
Yeah, it's called like a potluck open mic, but it's not an open mic. It's like at the Comedy Store.
So basically, every week, like, what do you say, 300 people?
Probably more.
Probably more than that.
Yeah.
Basically, every single open mic comic in LA sends in an email to like be their name in the hat to get picked
for the Comedy Store.
For the open mic at the Comedy Store, and they pick 16 people.
Yeah.
Out of that, so like you'll go like 8 months in between getting picked.
Yeah.
So it's a very huge deal if you get it. If you're an open micer, and Ryan recently got it for his third time.
Yeah, I've gotten it
2 weeks ago.
Once a year. Yeah, it was 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I've every time I've gotten it, like almost a year has gone by. So it's like a once in a year thing, and it's big, and I fucking killed. I did so good, but more importantly than me doing good, it was I was so present on stage.
Yeah.
Like, I was not nervous. I don't know what it is about the Comedy Store, but when I'm there, I'm not like nervous. And I don't know if it's because the stakes are so high that I'm able to disassociate and just do it, you know? Or if I'm just comfortable being there. We're there every week outside, you know? Mm-hmm. We're just always there. But I was seriously, genuinely so comfortable. And I think you can hear it in my set. I think it comes through. Especially on my first one. My first one, super comfortable. You can hear it. And then my second one, I kind of struggled, but I was still very present. But this one, I was just so proud of. And I'll play the set for y'all.
Moving right along. Next coming to the stage, you know, for Ryan Jennings. Come on, y'all.
Good to be here. It's just good to be out of the house, you know. My roommate's pretty mad at me right now because I thought this would be fun. I decided to turn my apartment into one of those peanut shells on the floor places, you know? Like those awful restaurants, you know? Yeah, I started buying big bags of peanuts and I'm leaving them open around the apartment. I thought it would boost morale around the apartment. It has not. It has not. What an awful idea. I went to Logan's Roadhouse once, and they did that. And I asked the waitress, I was like, where would you like me to put the shells? And I swear to God, she went, on the floor. That's so rude. I don't know. I gotta be getting out of here pretty quick. I have a joust after this. No, but I like watching jousting. I don't know about you guys. But, I don't know. I feel like they were doing it wrong. They were aiming for the other guy. I'd have aimed for the horse's head. He wouldn't have seen it coming. Or the horse, both. Wouldn't have seen that coming. That was probably a rule. You know? Someone definitely did that once. And they were like, whoa, not cool, guy. You're mad at me, not my horse. You know? I was in a hit and run recently. Someone hit my truck and they drove away, you know? And I wanted to find out who did it. So I went to the police station. I thought they would help, you know? And they sat me in the interrogation room. That's the room with the giant two-way mirror on the wall, you know? And I'd never seen one of those rooms before. So I thought it was interesting. I asked the cop, I was like, you guys are still using two-way mirrors? And he looked at me and he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. No, that's just a normal mirror. I was like, are you trying to get me with the... I'm not falling for that. Who's still getting tricked by the two-way mirror? Who's in there like, okay, I'll confess, but only because it's just you and me in here? You know? That's an old idea. They should update that, I think. I suggest line the walls with medieval paintings and cut the eye holes out. Stare at them like that. This guy's so guilty. All right, I'm Ryan Jennings. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was big.
Yeah, anytime you get potluck, it's huge, and to kill at potluck is something else. I'm the opposite, dude. I'm in like spiral mode until I like take the steps up the stage and like shake the host's hand, and then it like completely zones into this like infinite black hole point, and then I'm like I go right in my set and it's fine.
Yeah. No. See, I've gotten that at the Improv. I've gotten that at the Laugh Factory a couple times, where it's just too much. You know, but for whatever reason, the store. I think it's, I don't know, it's just like, I've really always done well there. And I've only been up there 3 times. But I've really been able to take it in. And I was up there telling my jokes and not blacked out up here. Like, I was looking at people and saying my jokes and thinking, like, can't believe I'm up here right now. And then I'd say a line and I'd go, this whole side of the room is laughing. That's nuts. That's nuts. And then I start the next thing, and I just felt so good.
It's almost like an out-of-body experience because, like, there's the half of you that's saying the jokes that you know, and then the other half is in the back like, I can't believe that, like, Richard Pryor stood here.
Yeah,
but,
seriously.
And and that's happening at the same time, which, like, is a weird thing to try to explain because, like, everyone thinks, like all your mental focus needs to go into performing. It doesn't. It's like half of it. You've already done these jokes a billion times, so you can be up there and have that kind of split view of it where half of you is like just robotically, these are the jokes, ha ha ha, and you're doing them and they're killing, but at the same time there's the other part in the back that's like, yo dude, this is fucking crazy. What's going on?
And nothing calms me down more than getting like the first laugh, especially the first laugh. When I got that first laugh, I start to laugh. Like when the crowd is laughing, I'm laughing because I think it's funny that they're laughing at the shit I'm saying. So
you almost can't believe it. You're like, that's nuts, dude.
I do it a lot. When they start laughing, I start laughing.
Because it's an insane thing to go up and like say a sentence and then everyone laugh at what you said. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking, okay, that worked. That's so funny. And then let me say the next thing, and it works. And then you just kind of you just fucking ride it. And I just felt so great up there. I nailed it at 3 minutes. I had a couple comic buddies of ours listen to the set, and say it was really good. But they also said, I can't believe how much you got in 3 minutes. Because for 3 minutes, I really crammed a lot in there. And
that's not usual for you. Like one of your bits is 2.5 minutes long.
Yeah. I got some longer bits.
Yeah.
But I crammed 3 jokes into 3 minutes, and they all hit. And I was really proud of myself. I called a last minute audible. I was gonna do a different set. I was gonna do like a long, like one long joke that had other jokes kind of sprinkled in, one long premise, But last minute, while I was sitting there, I was going, no, I gotta. This room is a fast paced room. I gotta hit them with some other shit, and it worked. And I walked out of there just fucking high. And
oh hell yeah! Congratulations, dude.
It was big, man. Comedy Store potluck, dude. I love going there.
I had a really similar experience at the Belly Room.
Yeah,
we haven't talked about that.
Nope, that's recent.
Yeah, I got up at the Belly Room. So, like we explained, what potluck was. Every 2 months?
Yeah, 2 or 3 months.
It's unpredictable, but like once in a blue moon, up in the Belly Room at the Comedy Store, they'll have what they call the set of the night mic.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of the same thing as potluck, except you show up in person.
Yeah.
And it's still like fucking 200 comics show up and put their name in a bucket, and
whoever does the best wins a spot at the potluck
the next day.
Yeah, the next day.
It's always on a Sunday night, and so your odds of A, getting pulled are preposterous, and B, doing well is nuts. And yeah, they pulled my name, and I went up, and I kind of had the similar dilemma because at this mic, I don't know if they changed it at other ones. You only got 2 minutes. So I was watching people go on, and I was timing it, and I was like looking back at the light, like when they gave it to them, and I was like, okay, I thought I had a good sense of what 2 minutes was.
Yeah.
And so I did my first 2 jokes, and I didn't see the light, and I was like, oh, I must have just jammed those in there, but it was working. It was still working. I was doing really well.
Yes,
and
you were.
And I was like, yeah, I was getting real good laughs, and I pulled a kind of new joke that I was working on that I just kind of had in my back pocket. It was the one about children's art.
Great joke.
And it that was the best joke I did the whole night. I just pulled it like right out of my ass.
Yeah.
But I got the light in like the middle of it, and the light means you have 60 seconds left. You have a minute left. And so I was done with that last joke, but I didn't want to get off the stage like and leave like 45 seconds up there, because just like in the moment I was like, that looks kind of unprofessional.
Yeah.
So I brought back this joke I've been doing like a year and a half ago, like this real old joke, and in the moment like condensed what's like a minute long joke into just 2 lines, and it was a really good ending.
It was good.
And the fact that it all happened kind of in the moment, I'd never felt that like plugged in and in the zone and ready to go and lit. It was crazy. It was such an adrenaline rush.
You had done the work so many times.
Yeah, it was all there for the taking. Like anything I needed, it was there. I could just grab it and throw it out there. I could grab it and throw it out. And I walked off, and I was just so fucking high, and I was just glad they didn't make fun of me.
Yeah.
Because like that's the other thing. If
they were ripping on so many people, man.
Yeah. If you go up there and bomb, they'll let you hear it. And then I got off, and then they were just like, all right. Yeah. And one lady complimented my hair, and then like that was it. And it was a good night.
Yeah. One of those guys. They were like, give it up for him, and like and they didn't say that for everybody. They were pretty negative, I'd say, actually.
Yeah, and I don't want to jerk myself off too much, but I killed at the Belly Room.
Yeah, you did. You really did.
That was a really good night.
That was great to watch.
I might even post a segment. Can we throw a segment of that in the podcast? Yeah, we'll do that.
Come to stage right now. I want you guys to make some noise, please, for Hayden Wickoff, everyone.
Thank you guys. Man, Yamaha's got to be the only company you can get like a piano and a jet ski from in the same trip. You know? Like, who's that for? Like, who was sitting down in Japan, like, I really want to learn Mozart, but, like, on the other hand, I also want to get all the pussy at the lake. If I could just knock that out in one go. Like, who in the same day needed both a couch and a full set of drums? Like, how are you going to get those home, dude? I don't know, dude. All right, guys, we believe in the moon landing?
Sure? Yeah? All right. I don't really give a shit if it happened or not. I'm more fascinated with the fact that Neil Armstrong could have said anything you wanted when he stepped off that ladder to be the first words on the moon, and the whole world would have heard it. You know? Could have said anything you wanted. Could have stepped off that ladder like, that Martin Luther King guy saying some weird stuff, and the whole earth would have heard racism as the first words on the moon. He could have gone silly with it. He could have gone like, lasagna, and the whole earth, do you understand? They'd be teaching that to middle schoolers forever, dude. It's a lot of responsibility. That's why I couldn't be an astronaut. Like that's why, and not a slew of other things. You know? Oh man, I'm sick of children's art selling for $1 billion at auction. You guys seen this phenomenon? You know? All these billionaires will buy up all this art that a toddler could have drawn, and some asshole with a yacht is like, $100 million, I'll take it. I like to see what real children's art did at an auction, you know? Go up there like, this next piece is House with Sun and Corner. It was made by 12th grader at Julia Green Elementary School. Some idiot with 6 helicopters is like, yeah, I'll take it, give it to me. You gotta talk to him afterwards, like, would you really like that one? Wait till you see ham turkey, that's gonna blow you away. Oh, man. I'm sick of seeing people smoke outside of hospitals. Like, which is it? Yeah? All right, got this all. That's all I got to make one out. Thank you.
Hey, wake up, everybody.
Wait, can we get a round of applause for Aiden's hair?
Yeah! Can we also get a round of applause for the fact that Hayden was the bad guy in Good Will Hunting? Is
Die Hard too. Die Hard. He was a Die Hard.
Bruce, that was the funniest Hulk Hogan action figure I've ever seen.
We got a lot.
Hey, brother, everybody. All right, guys, we're not done. We're going to keep it going. We are going to...
You have unlocked the belly room.
I have. Only one room left.
That's right. 2 out of 3, man, for the Comedy Store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, there's no better feeling than when the stakes are that high and you pull it off. Because it's high stakes, man. It's the belly room at the Comedy Store. All comics and, like, door guys and, like, bookers and shit. Like, that was high stakes.
The other thing I kind of liked about that's different than getting potluck is that potluck, you get the email and you have 5 hours to go, oh my God, fuck, shit. You had like 5 hours to figure yourself out. They pulled my name and it was like, you're after this guy in 2 minutes. And so I went up those little stairs. I went to the bath. I took a piss right there, and I was standing next to the stairway, and they're just going like,
yeah.
And they were like, I went from just sipping a drink as an audience member to on stage at the belly room in 2.5 minutes.
Which I think always helps. I think that's always better.
Yeah.
Because you don't have time to fucking psych yourself out.
Yeah, it's
like I like to do.
It's immediate. It's necessary. It's
Yeah.
you have to do it. It's like you have to do this right now.
Yeah.
The stakes are so high, so it's like perform or fucking burn.
Yeah, and you can't bail. I mean, you're just there. You're just there.
Yeah.
There is no other. It's the weirdest feeling where you're like, oh my God, as soon as this guy wraps up, I'm gonna be up there. I'm going to be up there.
It's also the weirdest feeling because it's what you want.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to be up there, and as soon as they were like coming to the stage, I was like, ooh, no, oh no. I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, exactly. It's like I had like 2 feelings at the same time because it's like this is something that I wanted to attain. This was a goal that I just realized, a huge milestone in what I'm trying to do. And as soon as I was walking up to the stage, I was like, oh damn it, fuck.
God damn it.
It's so.
Why did I come here?
I can't explain it. It's so odd, but.
And then when you pull it off, it's just like.
Oh, it's tops.
It's
tops.
I can't sleep at night.
Dude, I walked down those stairs just to like give other people room up there just because it was so packed. I ordered a double tequila soda and smoked the best cigarette of my life at the veranda at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Talking to Luke and Whitney, I was just like, dude, I killed.
Dude, it's so. It's the craziest fucking business we're in.
Also, another thing about Set of the Night, Mike, is that they basically all go the same way. There's like 200. There's 200 open micers from LA. They all flood in there for like their chance to get up and like try to get the best set of the night. And then there's one guy that's been doing the road for 8 years, and then he goes up and just fucking murders because he wants to get in at the Comedy Store, and everybody else is kind of just competing for scraps.
Yep.
It kind of just happens every time.
Yeah, that's been how it's been.
Yeah, which isn't like a bad thing. Like good for him. But it's like it's not really like who has the best set of the night. It's one seasoned vet versus a bunch of open micers.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like an excuse to sell drinks and get you. Yeah, I think you should show up
because you want the stage time. You want to say that you've been on at the Belly Room.
Yeah, I don't necessarily show up thinking I'm gonna win this. I want to, but it's
not about that.
No, it's not about that. It's just like. Let me get up in front of like good comics and do the best I can. And
also another big part of that is dealing with a real crowd is a lot different than dealing with like a just like an open mic. While I was saying this was a stupid. It seems so obvious, but like it really is.
Well, no. So the set of the night mic crowd was all comics. And you got good laughs. Like the potluck is real audience. That's not comedians.
Yeah.
So potluck in the original room is sold out all non-comedians. So I think you'll have an easier time in there. But to have the set you had in front of all comedians was very good.
Yeah, because that's all you really care about is like your peers' respect.
And also to get comedians to laugh
is hard because this is what they do all the time. They just sit and watch people bomb and bomb and bomb. So to have someone break through that is different. But
it's very big.
We've been getting booked on more shows too, and I've noticed that like the bigger the audience, kind of the more runway you get. So you can get away with kind of like a B tier joke with more people because the risk is spread around more folks. Like if there's more people in the audience, someone's bound to find whatever bullshit you said funny.
Yeah.
Whereas like when you're going up at midnight and there's 6 people there, it's like you really got to hit it or you're not going to get anything.
Yeah, like I've told this to my buddies a few times. People have said like, "Oh man, 250 people, you must have been nervous." I was like, no,
that's easy.
4 comics at fourth wall. That's when I'm nervous.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's a worst case scenario, dude.
That is a guaranteed bomb. I've got the more people, the more comfortable I am. Put me up in front of 800 people, dude. So fucking let me go out in front of a theater, man. Please. Not fucking 6 comics waiting to go up.
And 2 of them have heard all your jokes too.
Yeah, and then the other 3 are fucking jaded because they just bombed.
Yeah.
And now they're not gonna laugh at my shit.
Oh, it's brutal, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, what a gift a real audience is. It's really a gift. It's almost hard to bomb in front of a real audience. At least like where we are right now.
Yeah, unless you're just being a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Like, if you clearly haven't done the work, sure, you can go up and bomb, but it's like, you go up there and say, fucking my dick and balls, and they'll fucking laugh, So as long as you go up there with a good attitude and you do your act, like, it's at least as far as we've been doing it, it's going to go well.
Yeah, and the timing is different, too, in front of a real audience. It's slowed down.
I've noticed that. I've made a couple of mistakes of, like, stepping on my own punchline, because I noticed it specifically with the moon landing joke because I would like say the punchline and then I was so used to like doing it at open mics that I would immediately go into like this other thing. But I noticed listening back to the tapes that I was like, while they were laughing, I was trying to get into the next part of it, which made them kind of stop laughing and listen. And I could have just rode that out a little bit more.
It's interesting. Someone this week asked me for advice. They booked their first show.
Did you tell them to stop?
No, I would never. But someone asked me, they were like, I just booked my first show. And I was like, congratulations, man, that's fucking big.
That is huge.
Like, good job. And he was like, yeah, any advice? And I said, well, I've never been asked that before. Let me think. And then I was like, yeah, slow down. Just slow down in everything. Slow it fucking down. And I haven't seen him since. He probably bombed and quit.
He probably killed himself. He's probably dead.
He probably did.
He's probably floating in the LA River, dude.
But that's really that's I think that's the best advice I could give.
Mm-hmm.
From making all those mistakes myself, you know.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
slow the fuck down.
Yeah, that's the best note I ever got from you when I was getting up at the Improv on like a weekly basis.
Mhm.
I was just so. I don't think people understand like the acuteness of what an open mic is. It has to be like da 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 laugh, da 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 laugh, da 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 laugh. Just because it's all just fucking jaded comics. It's like it needs to be a laugh. So if you bring that into like the main room at the Improv where there's like. I mean, it's still all comics, but there's a lot more people.
Mm-hmm.
You have to slow the pace down. And I just recently learned that kind of lesson on how to kind of slow it down a little bit and take your time with the bit.
Yeah,
Kind of slow walk it.
Yeah, and less explaining, I think.
Yeah.
Slow down, speak more precise, and don't over explain. Just hit the key points and they'll catch on. They know what you're saying. But just say, don't over explain your thing. Just simplify everything and slow it down. And that's really that's the best advice I could give.
I killed at the belly room.
You did do good, man. That was great.
Thank you, dude. I haven't felt that high since I don't know when.
It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. I took a bunch of pictures of you, but I was able to. I'd take 10 pictures in a row and then put my phone down.
Yeah,
and then take 10 pictures in a row and then put my phone down.
Yeah, how'd you sneak all those pictures? Because they were good pictures.
Yeah, I'm just a sniper like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just a fucking sniper like
Yeah, you're a special ops unit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I got the perfect spot. I was standing in the perfect spot, and I stood there specifically to get the good picture view. So, because that's what you want. You want the picture. You want that fucking crowd, red lights, dude. That's it. You know. Luke. It's funny. Luke Walls his name was on the marquee for the belly room
Yeah.
for his.
His roast battle against Guam.
That's right. Who was a door guy.
Yeah.
And he won, by the way. 11-0, by the way. Luke Walls.
The belt's right there.
That's right. It is right there. And and his name was on the marquee of the belly room. And I was like, dude, I gotta get a picture of you and standing in front of it. And he was like, not happening. And I was like,
What?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, and I got it.
Okay, good.
But it took a lot of like, dude, fucking sit down. Fucking sit down. Just because he's not like that. He's not a very. His own words. He said, I'm not one to be a showman. Mm-hmm. But I was like, sit down. It's fucking click. Yeah, now it's done. It's done.
That's a huge moment.
Yeah, your name's on the marquee of the Comedy Store, man.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's big.
That's huge, dude.
And it was great to watch him. He fucking destroyed Guam. And
yeah, I saw Stanley's picture of him.
Yeah.
Getting the belt back.
It was great.
Or no, keeping the belt rather.
Keeping the belt.
Keeping the belt.
Yes, keeping possession. It was great. Hey, roast battle's fun. All right, I got more shit.
I got some shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to go first or no?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
I had my first bombing dream.
What?
Yeah.
You haven't had a bombing dream before?
No, never.
Tell me about it.
Dude, it was nuts. It was like, so you know how like you're in a dream and you can like, if you ever have to put something together or like get something from point A to point B and it never works.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of it and I was like trying to get on stage and like my leg, the cord got wrapped around my leg and I couldn't get it out and then the mic wouldn't come out of the stand and I was just like, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, but
is this fourth wall? What the fuck's going on?
I've had a bunch of bombing dreams.
Oh, really?
And it's funny that when you wake up, you still feel the bomb. Like it's still as if you really bombed because it's still that embarrassing. It stays with you.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to get a joke out, but you're just going like, nom 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 nom, and you're just fucking bombing, and you're like, wait, was this real? What's happening?
Yeah.
You just can't do it.
And you still wake up and feel the shame.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, no, you're still.
I could have done better in my dream.
You're still embarrassed. You wake up and you're like, I didn't get him. I didn't win him over.
Me? I didn't get my brain over.
That's interesting.
Yeah, first one. It was weird.
What was the venue? Do you remember?
No, I try not to.
Yeah.
Those dreams haunt me, Ryan.
No, they're not great. They're not great.
All right, what else?
I know we're just really front loading this podcast with good things that's happened in the past few weeks, but I got another one. I got another good.
Another good thing.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a lot. It's been a good few weeks for us. I had a show last week at Fourth Wall Cafe, and I murdered that show.
You did.
That show was so good. It was another case of I was so loose up there, and I just felt so good. And I did 9 minutes, and I never done 9 minutes before, and it just went great. The audience was very supportive, which helped.
They were also not comics. It was
yeah.
a real audience.
Yeah, they weren't comics. They were real people.
It was a real show.
It was a real show, and I noticed there were some times where like I'd say things that I didn't particularly think were funny, but they would laugh. But I just went with it. I just went with it, and all in all, a great show. I got some footage. There were some people recording, so I got some footage I'll play.
Yeah! We're going to keep this show going right now. We're going to bring up to the stage, making his Fourth Wall main stage debut, the one and only Ryan Jennings, guys.
Let's go! How we doing, folks? Hey!
That's not my energy though. That's never been my energy. I like to keep it at like a warm idle. Joe likes to fucking redline it. Let's go. That's the first time I've ever gotten that loud, actually. It's good to be here, though. It's good to be out of the house. You know, apartment. I don't have a house. I don't have a house. My roommate's pretty mad at me right now because I thought this would be fun. I decided to turn my apartment into one of those peanut shells on the floor places, you know? And I thought it would boost morale around the apartment. It didn't. It just caused a mess. You ever been to one of those awful restaurants where they do that, you know? I went to one of those restaurants once. I like to go there and not even order food. Just make a pile of shells. I'm in there like, I'm allowed to do it, though. What's the rule? How many shells till I get kicked out, you know? No, but I've been, you ever been to medieval times? They don't do shells there. They do jousting there, though. And I like watching jousting. But I would not aim for the other guy. I'd aim for the horse's head. That's what I would, obviously the superior move. Aiming for he wouldn't see it coming, you know? Or the horse. They both wouldn't have seen that move coming. That was probably a rule, you know? In the jousting rule book. Someone probably did that once, and they were like, hey, not cool, dude. Look at him. He's dead. You're mad at me, not my horse, you know? I don't know what else is going on. I've been, I don't trust banks. I keep a lot of cash. I hollow out books and keep cash in hollowed out books. like I'm a criminal. I do comedy. What am I hiding all this cash from the government for? I had to find a new bank recently. And I don't know if you've ever had to switch banks before. But it's super simple. It's not... Totally a week-long headache. I don't know. I thought that they would handle it. What they do is, I went into my bank and I was like, I'm switching banks. And they handed me a cashier's check with all my money on it. And they went, okay, drive it to the new bank. Go. I was like, me? Where's the bulletproof car? Where's the guys with the guns, you know? And a money bag with a dollar sign on it? Handcuffed to a guy. Not just me, you know? And they were like, it's only $400. Why are you so... Who cares if you lose it? That's no money. So that's banks. Low idle. That's my energy. I don't know. I went to the eye doctor recently. Just for like a checkup, you know. But they had to dilate my eyes. You ever had to get that? That just makes your eyes blurry for no reason. For like 4 hours, you know. And I was like, how bad could it really be, you know? It can't be that. I've driven drunk a few times. It can't be. I'm pretty prepared. It was way blurrier than I expected. I could not see while I was driving home. But I was sober, stone sober. It's like just my eyes were drunk, you know what I'm saying? Like just visually I was wasted. But I didn't have any of that, you know, fuck it, man. that you get from booze, you know? I was very aware of the danger. I was very aware. I just only could have imagined what would happen if I got pulled over, because I would have failed every test they gave me. You know, I gotta walk the, you know, but I would have blew a perfect zero. The cops, they would have been like, "What the hell's wrong with this guy? He just looks fucked up." Until they pull out that doctor sign with the letters on it that gets smaller, you know? What's the lowest line you can read? I'm like, "You caught me, I've been dilating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I thought it'd be cool." I drive a pickup truck. I like driving a truck because I like littering. You can throw anything in the back of a pickup truck and drive somewhere, and it's gone. And not just like light items like cups and stuff, you know, like a piano. You could just don't strap it down, you know? Just be like, I don't know. I get asked, my buddies ask me to help them move a lot because I drive a truck, you know? And I feel like it's always that same phone call when someone asks me to help them move. It's like, "Hey man, don't worry. I already took care of all the little things. It's just the heavy stuff I need your help with." "Oh, nice. No, thank you. I wanted to move heavy things." It's never light items, is it, you know? It's never like, "Hey man, you mind helping me move this box of rubber duckies? I really need..." And then we'll take the Ziploc bags of helium that I have. "Please help me." No, it's always like a boat anchor for no reason. It's like, why do you... I had to help my buddy move his in-home gym. That's what I was moving. So I was just moving heavy. That's what I was moving. That's it. Because weights, everything weighs something, but its purpose is something else. A weight is just like, I'm heavy. Good luck picking this up. Yeah, I'm just heavy, dude. How heavy am I? Look at the number. That's how heavy I am. It was okay though, because he had a dolly. You guys know what those are? I don't understand those things. I don't understand how those things work. How can something be heavy, and then you put it on a dolly, and then it's not heavy anymore? Like an oven is heavy. I can't pick up an oven, but if I put it on a dolly, turn it 40 degrees, it's light now? Where does the weight go? It's just sideways. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It's just sideways. So I don't understand weight distribution. You guys have been great. Give it up for Joe, okay? Getting ready for that show, I crammed the material, right, to get ready for the show.
Yeah.
And it was like this, you know, end goal of mine. And I killed at the show. And then anytime I've done the material since, I've been bombing with it. Like, I've been bombing lately, and I'm very upset with myself. We've been talking to a few people about this. Like, I've just been bombing lately. And it's upsetting. Mm-hmm. And that happens, though, you know, it's like you get some wins and you get some, but mostly losses, I feel like.
I feel like the biggest part of it is trying to genuinely do a really good bit for the 50th time.
Yeah.
Is hard. Because, like, every time you have a new idea and you roll it off the tongue the first time, you listen back to it, you know, like on your phone, and it fucking kills. You're like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And every time you do it afterwards, it's just like, it's diminishing returns every single time. Mm-hmm. So, like, how do you recreate
authenticity?
Yeah.
Like manufactured, like fake, like for the first time energy.
Yeah.
You know? Like last night I was struggling, but then I struck a new thing on a new joke I've been working on about like
lasers.
Yeah, like the laser, like there hasn't been a good heist in a while. And the joke is about like stealing art, like I want to descend from a ceiling and crawl through an air duct and do the lasers, and but that was all like improv in the moment, and I was so excited when I came up with that, but for the past week and a half I've just been fucking bombing, and I don't know what it is. I'm just in that right now. Mm-hmm. You know,
that's a tough place to be in, dude. You got to write some new shit.
Yeah, but I'm glad that it I don't know, I guess I'm okay that it's going on right now, because and not during like when I got the potluck or the show, like because the past 2 weeks have been like pretty heavy for us, for both of us.
Yeah, last week was a very long week.
Yeah,
I slept in today.
And I'm just glad I pulled those off, but then I just go and bomb at fucking open mics. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, do you have any new stuff coming down the pike?
I'm excited for the museum, stealing art from a museum joke. And I'm excited for the lasers tag. I have never heard something like that before. Also, it's a funny act out. Acting out, slipping through the lasers. You know, that why do they even leave enough space for a guy to slip nimbly through?
And no, I heard the joke.
Yeah,
no,
just put 40 lasers. Just put a fucking giant laser. So I'm excited to work on that. That was the first time I tried it.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, it did work. But yeah, the past like week and a half I've just been fucking bombing.
All right, well that's all. That's all for me, folks.
It's kind of all my shit too. Fourth wall. Bombing lately.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been episode 84.
That's right, folks.
84 of Bombing Podcast.
You got a show coming up.
I do. I have a show this Saturday at Fourth Wall. So for all the viewers that don't live in the state of California, come out and see me.
Pay for a flight.
Yeah.
It'll be a good show.
Yeah.
I'll be there. It will be a good show. That's a good room.
Yeah, it's gonna be
and
nice.
a good host.
Yeah, we'll post some footage later.
Always remember, email the podcast at bombingpodcast@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram at Ryan Jennings.
Follow me on Instagram at Hayden Wyckoff.
That's right.
HaydnWyckoff. Everyone misspells it. Make sure you get it right.
And if you're in the Los Angeles area and you would like to come out and see us, then email the podcast and be like, hey, when's your next show? Just like let us know. I mean, we check it every day.
I have one on the 29th at Comedy Boulevard.
That's right. We got shows every once in a while, and if you want to see if we're, not just all talk, bombingpodcast@gmail.com, let us know, and we'll get you out, and we won't make you pay for a ticket. That'll be on us. Seriously, if you reach out and you want to come to a show, that's on us. Don't worry about buying a ticket. But that being said, I think that's it.
I think that's it.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching episode 84. See you guys next week for episode 85.